Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Adidas Field at Traz Powell Stadium alongside the SP Award winner, Coach Calvin Johnson. I'm Haptom Kaleta bringing you this broadcast after a brief lightning delay. Mother Nature has decided to allow us to continue as we get set for the Booker T. Washington Tornadoes taking on the Homestead Broncos here on the 305 Plus Networks Gridiron Showcase. Coach, great to be back in the booth with you. How are you tonight?
Hey, welcome back, Hampton, man. I'm glad to have you back in the booth with me. Yeah.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, brief lightning delay as we the Tornadoes of Booker T. Washington set to take on the Broncos of Homestead. Thursday night football. What better venue would you rather be at than the Mecca, as they say in Miami? Adidas Field at Traz Powell,
Yeah,
Adidas
absolutely,
Field
man.
at Traz
We're
Powell
we're
Stadium.
we're in for a good game tonight, man. These two teams, I think they kind of evenly matched. I think they have like the same program, like up and coming, rebuilding kind of situation on both sides. So I spoke with Homestead coach. He's excited. He said they're definitely young. They're rebuilding. He said they have some great players. Number two, they call him Pee Wee. They compare him to Tutu Atwell. So I look forward to seeing what he does tonight.
Well, I know one thing, he's fast. Another thing, he's got great hands. Tutu Atwell caught a
Yeah.
great pass the other day against
Mhm.
forgot what team it was, but
That's
Matt
number
Stafford hit it
that's number
perfectly in
two.
stride, and he was gone.
That's number two. Jameer Pee Wee McCall. So I look forward to see what Pee Wee can do tonight. Like I said, I think it's evenly matched. Like two teams like rebuilding and trying to find themselves again after coming from like some great teams and some in the past like these over the last couple of years like Carroll City and Homestead have some good teams. So we definitely a good matchup tonight. I'm happy that the rain subsided, the weather, Mother Nature subsided, so that we could be able to play this game tonight.
As we get set for kickoff in just a moment, the coin toss. So once again, alongside Calvin Johnson, I'm Haptom Kaleta, set to bring you this broadcast. The dynamic duo is back, ladies and gentlemen.
Absolutely.
Here's the handshake. So, of course, once again, as we mentioned, the Tornadoes of Booker T. Washington sporting the Halloween look, if you will,
Yeah,
festive,
yeah,
black with the orange trim,
yeah. Definitely
with the
looking
white
neck down in the
pants.
Adidas
You
uniforms.
gotta love it. Adidas, head to toe, everybody. Sponsored by Adidas. We'd like to thank the 305 Plus Network for streaming tonight's game live. Of course, if you have family members and fans who are unable to attend tonight's game, make sure to have them download the 305 Plus app from their Apple Play Store or Google Play Store. Thursday night football, ladies and gentlemen. Glad to have you tuned in to the 305 Plus Network. Got some special guests in the building. Vernon C. Martin, Talk to Me Sports. Yes, indeed. Alongside Calvin Johnson, of course, ESPY award winner, baseball coach, and sports extraordinaire. We are set for kickoff. I'm Haptam Kaleta bringing you this wonderful broadcast here on the 305 Plus Network. We are excited to bring you this as we get set. So here we go, Coach Calvin Johnson. You anticipate a great contest so far. Of course, like you said, Mother Nature has subdued, and I'm excited for this one.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Like I said, I think these two teams, they match and they mirror each other very well. So
Right, kickoff collected at the 12-yard line, taken all the way across the field out to the 25-yard lane, pulled down to the 24. Nice run to start the game, and here we go. 1st and 10 from Adidas Field at Traz Powell Stadium.
yeah, that was Sean Hanks with the special teams play for the Homestead Broncos. Sean Hanks on the tackle.
And Hopkins with some speed. Of course, we're used to seeing that here in the GMAC. These Miami kids sure know how to play some football.
Absolutely, those guys, these Miami guys, South Florida guys, are very fast track athletes, dual sport athletes, and also scholar athletes as well.
Amen. You got the whole package, going D1, D2, NAIA, all the way across the board. Shotgun formation, 1st and 10 for the Tornadoes as they adjust pre-snap adjustment. 2 receivers lined up to the left side. And here's a whistle. Timeout by Booker T. Washington. We'll take it with him, folks. 0-0 your score. You're watching the 305 Plus Network. We'll be right back.
Download 305 Plus Network TV app, the only place where you can see your favorite Miami-Dade high school football teams play every week. Non-stop action, the bands, the fans, the food. Friday, October 10th, 7:30 p.m. It's North Miami Beach versus Miami Carroll City on Adidas Field at Traz Powell Stadium.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Time out on the field. Booker T. Washington. Pre-snap adjustment once again. 2 receivers lined up to the left side here on the first play from scrimmage. Here's a man in motion. Jenkins. Deep throw to the right side. Pass is tipped. Great defense. That's Simpkins all over that one. 2nd down.
One thing about these Homestead defenders, they're up front, they got a lot of big guys. They definitely in the secondary. They have passing good size. They have the 5, DeAndre Simpkins on the play. Like I was saying, that Homestead defense has a lot of size up front and definitely on the second level with the linebackers and the secondary. That was number 5, DeAndre Simpkins on the play. Like they said on the back of their jersey, exit 1.
Exit
Homestead.
1.
They came a long ways to play.
Exit 1, right before the keys, huh?
Yeah.
Come on now, 2nd down. That's right, 2nd down. Twin receivers lined up on both sides. Here's a snap, handoff up the middle. Not much room. Great defense by the Broncos. That was number 1, Jaden Williams and company with aggressive defensive play.
Yeah, speaking to Coach Ernie earlier this week, man, he said that number 1, he was a thumper, man, and he's all over. He flies all over the field, and he's their leader on defense. So we expect big things out of him tonight, Jaden Williams.
So 3rd down and long for Jenkins and company as they get set. Twin receivers lined up on both sides. Anticipate the pressure from the Broncos. Shotgun formation. And they show blitz. Jenkins takes his time. Here's the snap. Jenkins pressured over the middle. Pass is incomplete. No flags on the play. That'll bring up 4th down and long for the Tornadoes.
That's number 21, Julian Joseph, cornerback, strong safety, junior, 5'8", 145. Like I said, speaking with Coach Artie early this week, man, he gave his defensive backs and his linebackers a lot of praise. Said these guys are sticky. They're like glue. They're going to stick to the receivers.
Well, you called it. You send the pressure up the middle. You leave your men in single coverage, and it worked on that play. Great job by the Homestead defense. So 4th down, there's a whistle. Looks like illegal procedure. False start
Ball.
for the offense.
False start. On the offense.
Momentum 5 yards.
Replay fourth down.
Still scoreless here on the 305 Plus network after a brief rain delay, lengthy rather, lightning delay. We are finally underway. That'll bring up 4th down and long for the Tornadoes as they get set to punt.
And a well-deserved game as well, too, man. Like, these kids, they came all the way from Homestead, so they should have the opportunity to play. As you see, number 9 back deep.
Absolutely. Jermaine Green Jr. set to receive the punt. High and to the outside, takes a high bounce. And it is down at the 46-yard line, so that brings up 1st and 10 for the Broncos.
And that was Jermaine Green back deep. Jermaine Pooney Green, 10th grader, super sop is what their coach call him, man. He said he makes the first guy miss. He has great vision, great speed, lower body script. So we're looking for great things from Jermaine Pooney Green tonight. That's number 9 for the Homestead Broncos.
Absolutely. Exit 1, like you mentioned, on the back of the jerseys for the Broncos.
Shout out to Adidas for that.
Yes, indeed. Giving them that hometown feel. 1st and 10 for Homestead. Shotgun formation. Twin receivers lined up to the right. This is their first play on offense from scrimmage as Villa gets set. 2 running backs next to him. There's a flag thrown. Could it be delay of game?
Good ball. False start. On the offense. Replay first down.
So false start already going the wrong way for Homestead.
And speaking to Homestead coach, man, they've been bitten by the injury bug, man. Quarterback, also captain, number 12, Jacob Villa. He was injured a couple of weeks ago, but he's back at the helm, and he's also the captain of the offense.
So here we go. Shotgun formation once again. RPO decides to hand the ball off. Not much room at all. Williams met behind the line of scrimmage by a slew of Tornado defenders. That'll bring up 2nd and 10 for the Broncos.
As Williams, he's considered to be a slasher.
Back close to the original line of scrimmage. And no, now they say at the 48-yard line, so 2nd and 12 for Homestead. Shotgun formation, twin receivers lined up on the left side, 2 running backs in the backfield for the Broncos. Here's Villa. There's movement at the line, and it looks like
Good ball.
against the Broncos.
On the defense.
And
2nd down.
exactly right. So they get their 5 yards back, Coach. 2nd and 9, you have a little breathing room. What are you looking for on this play?
Well, I know that Homestead is coming out, and there are 20 and 21 personnel here. So that's what 20-21 personnel is with the double running backs flanking the quarterback. So look for a lot of misdirection, a lot of runs, a lot of lead runs and misdirection.
Play there, Coach. Well, not fooled at all. You had a lot of movement motion on the line. They did a fake and then handed it off. But guess what? Booker T. Washington's defense not fooled whatsoever. And that brings up 3rd and long. That's a great defensive effort, Coach. A lot of misdirection. They weren't fooled whatsoever.
But you already know, once again, around that line of scrimmage, that's Terrell Snelling, number 1 for Booker T. And like I said before, aforementioned, when he hits you, you stop or you go backwards. But Terrell Snelling will be lurking around that line of scrimmage. He's the Booker T leader on defense. So everybody keep an eye for number 1. That's Terrell Snelling.
Yeah, Snelling was not fooled in the least bit. That brings up 3rd and long for the Broncos. You've got 4 receivers stacked on the right side. Take a look at that. Forget trips. They said, let's go 4 stacked. Villa takes a look to the left side. He's got single coverage, shotgun formation. Here's a snap. Villa decides to run. Gets the first down. No, he's dropped just shy of the first down marker. Great offensive call. That'll bring up.
He spelled it out, and he was there first for the tackle,
He saved
along with his Booker T teammates. So great job by Snelling and his teammates on that to force it to a 4th down situation.
Yeah, you would think he would have broke the tackle, but Snelling did a great job of absorbing him, and that brings up 4th and short. You know they're going to go for this one, Coach.
and the Booker T defense.
So here we go. Fourth down, shotgun formation. There's a whistle and a timeout on the field. Booker T did not like what they saw. We'll take a quick commercial break, folks. 0-0 your score. You're watching the 305 Plus Network. We'll be right back. All right, folks, welcome back. Alongside Calvin Johnson, I'm Haptom Caleta. 8:03 left to play in this first quarter. Still scoreless between the Booker T. Washington Tornadoes and the Homestead Broncos. All the way from where, Coach?
All the way from exit 1.
Exit 1. That's it. That's the theme of their night. They've got it on the back of their jerseys. They are excited to come here to Traz Powell. Adidas Field at Traz Powell, to be exact. Big fourth down play here for the Broncos. Here's Villa. Sends a man in motion. That's Green Jr. He finds a man wide open. Passes complete to the 10. Dropped down at the 16-yard line. Big first down, Coach. The chains are moving.
Yeah, and that's at the aforementioned. As we take a look at the replay here, that's number 2, Jameer Pee Wee McCall. They give him the Tutu Atwell comparison as McCall catches the ball and he heads upfield. Big pitch and catch on the play for Broncos first down.
It was a great offensive play call. You saw Green in motion that sent the defensive eyes all the way there. They sent the other man just to sit in the zone. Perfect pitch and catch. First down. I like what they're doing so far in this one, folks. Villa commanding the offense. Shotgun formation. There's movement at the line. Wasn't enough. There's Green in motion. Here's Villa. Pressured at the line. He avoids the sack. Decides to run. Gets dropped at the 11-yard line. What an elusive play by the young quarterback from Homestead.
Yeah, absolutely. That's Villa, the captain of the team. Like, he was very elusive once again. If we take a look at the replay, Villa escapes the pocket, keeps his eyes upfield, but he decides to tuck it and get positive yardage on the play, bringing it us second and short for the Broncos offense.
Yeah, they are looking good so far. Got the big first down on 4th and short. And Villa is in command. That's Jacob Villa, listed at 5'9", 170. He's got 3 receivers lined up to the right side. Shotgun formation. Very patient, eyeing out the defense, going for the score. There's Villa. RPO decides to hand it off, and he is met by 2 Tornadoes. Of course, number 17, Brandon Pace, with the leading tackle. Great defense by that front.
Yeah, that was Brandon Pace along with Terrell Snelling, man. And those 2 guys combined so far this year in the district, they're one of the leading tacklers in the district. So
yeah, you got to give Snelling credit. You've mentioned him before, him, Pace, a couple of them up front. They've done a great job on the run plays. Now, can Villa, be elusive enough to go with the play action? The RPO hasn't been too successful for them, but when he's able to move out of the pocket, that's when they've seen success. Here we go again, twin receivers lined up on both sides. Shotgun formation once again for the Broncos. Here's a man in motion. That's Lions. Villa pressured, rolls to the left, throws it. It's incomplete, intended for another receiver in the back, but another receiver thought it was for him. He couldn't quite get it. Great defense by Booker T. Washington, and you called it, Coach. Just let them bend but don't break. Now they force another 4th down as the special unit teams comes out.
yeah, impressive play by Villa, man. He took off, but he was also looking up the field to try to complete a pass.
And there's a timeout on the field. We'll take a quick commercial break, folks. Still scoreless here from Adidas Field at Traz Powell Stadium. 4th and 7. You're watching the 305 Plus Network. We'll be right back. Don't miss out, ladies and gentlemen. Download the 305 Plus Network app today to watch Miami-Dade sports, to check out player profiles, and to earn a 25% off code for Adidas gear at your school store website. 4th down and 7 here on the 14-yard line. Homestead, shotgun formation. 3 receivers lined up to the right. Villa pressured, launches it deep. What a defensive play, knocked out just in time. That's a great defensive play by the defensive back. That was number 13, Michael Grant all over that one. He saved the touchdown. 1st and 10, turnover on downs for the Broncos.
Yeah, that was a great play by Grant. He watched the receiver's eyes and he watched the receiver raise his hands, and then therefore he raised his hand and he was able to bat the ball down. Great play by Grant to get his offense back the ball.
Yeah, it was a great effort on the offensive end. They ran an out, and here's 1st and 10, handoff up the middle and wasting no time. Brought down behind the line of scrimmage. What a play by the Broncos defense. My goodness, Coach.
Yeah, that was number 23, linebacker, strong safety, Leondis Leone. Sophomore, 6', 195. It's big theme from Leone. Once again, there he is. Number 23, as mentioned, Leondis Leone on the tackle. Right there, as the ball was the completed pass, he was right there for the tackle.
And Leone called for personal foul. He thought it was a good tackle. The ref
A personal foul.
bit accepted. And here's the call.
Defense.
So personal foul it is, Coach. That's a 15 yards. He's just trying to make a play, of course, a little bit too aggressive. They don't want you throwing them to the ground. That's a tough one.
Yeah, definitely. But as you look at the Homestead players, man, these guys are stout. They're girthy, man. On that second level with the linebackers, they're stout. They're quick. They're fast. In the secondary, they have height and they have speed. So, like I said, it's a very, very interesting matchup tonight.
I love this defensive grind. I love the defensive matchup all day. Of course, offense always is fun, but as a carry up the middle, nowhere to go. Look at that front four for the Homestead Broncos. Just no breathing room whatsoever for the Tornadoes as we bring up 2nd down and 11. Loss of 1 on the play.
Yeah, that was number 56, Simon Neal. As he stuck his head in there, he was there first with the tackle behind the line of scrimmage. So, like I said, this Homestead defense, they're up for the challenge tonight. Face the Booker T. Washington offense.
Here we go, shotgun formation. All receivers lined up tight. Here's Jenkins. Takes the snap, looks left, has a man in the flats. Jenkins looks deep, fires it to the running back. Pass is incomplete. Couldn't hold on to that one. Great defensive play. Jenkins waited just a little bit too long. He had his man in stride, but better defensive play. So that brings up 3rd and 11, Coach.
We're looking at the replay here, man.
Well, that's a foul on the defense.
That was number 18, Jahari Baptiste.
Hey.
Quarterback, Jahari Baptiste.
Wow, that's a big one, Coach. So against the Broncos, automatic 1st down. How about that?
Yeah.
The backbreaker, you stop them, you've got 3rd and long.
75.
They're going to send the blitz.
Man.
That one hurts.
Man.
These guys got to keep most intact, man.
I just told you.
But like you can't afford
to told your coach. This game televised. You just hit that man in the head with your after the play was over with. It's on film. Now I can say you had an open hand here. It's like a punch. I can say I'm gonna just say you had an open hand here, okay? Just do that for it.
Holding me after
Let's get that. Yeah, no business throwing that. To me, I'm gonna just say it's an open hand. But it's on film.
Man, that's down. So referees try to get this one, after the delay from Mother Nature. Things are a little different here, Calvin. We've got a red hat, which means there's money to be paid, there's commercials to happen. So it's just a little different around here. It's a good thing to happen.
Yeah, yes, it is. And like I said, I'm so happy as to take a look at Coach Dorian's name. Like he's talking to the referees, and I'm pretty sure that Homestead coach Artie Knight can't be happy with the personal fouls, man. Like guys got to keep their emotions intact and be ready to play.
Good game.
So there's a
First start
flag on
the offense.
And guess what?
Replay 1st down.
We're going to go backwards. So you hear Mr. Wilcox on the PA. False start, clear as day. 5-yard penalty. So after the, you go 15 yards one way and 5 the other way. So now we have a 1st and 15 for the Tornadoes.
Yeah, usually in situations like that with the offense moving the ball forward with the penalties, they should have been ready in the snap count. They should have had everything.
This concerning
The kickoff and then
on the defense, we're going 5 yards, still first down.
whatever play they had said all week. Let's reverse it to the other side. The first play for them, they had a false start. So, no matter how much you are prepared, sometimes we forget these young men, 14, 13, 15, 16 to 18-year-olds, they tend to make more mistakes than the college level.
Encroachment.
And there you go. See, they changed it that quick. So 1st and 5 now for the Tornadoes. Here's the RPO handoff up the middle. Met right at the 46-yard line. Great open field tackle by Jaden Williams, the junior listed at 5'8". That's how you make an open field tackle, Coach.
Absolutely. Jaden Williams up for the task. This Coach Artie Knight spoke big about Jaden Williams, said, man, he's a thumper. He likes to stick his nose in there. He likes to get busy. He definitely likes to get dirty.
Absolutely. So we have now 2nd down and about 5, maybe 4. Here's Jenkins, takes the snap, looks right, fires it down the field, pass is complete. 1st down and more. They can't get him down. What a play by Dwight Hopkins. Nope, check that. That's Donnell Wesby. Wesby with the catch, the 1st down. Great play, Coach.
Yeah, great pitch and catch by Wesby, man. He had a guy all blanketed on him, so Wesby came down with the catch. 1st down completion. Great pitch and catch by Jenkins to Wesby.
That's right. Here's a man in motion. Jenkins takes the snap. What a tackle. You mentioned it. Jaden Williams, we just talked about him. Coach, he's going to be playing on Saturday.
Yeah, absolutely. That's how you fill the gap. Like, he read the play all the way, and he spelled it out very quickly, avoided the guard, and he shot the gap, man, and a tackle for a loss. That's how you expect your linebacker to play, especially your middle guy.
What a play in the open field, like we were at the rodeo, just lassoing the horse, the steer, whatever they do. It was an incredible back-to-back plays. The running back had some room. I think it was number 11, Akeem Bailey. He was about to get loose, and just a great play on the defensive end by Williams. So shotgun formation now, Coach. Here's the snap. Passes to the right side. Pass is complete. He's got some room. Brought down at the 21-yard line. 1st down. That's Joshua Jones.
Joshua Jones is a big target, man. Like, Joshua Jones, I think he may be a tight end. Joshua Jones comes in at about 6 foot, 180 pounds. That's great size.
Yeah, doing his best Debo Samuel impression, Coach.
Absolutely. There you take a look at Joshua Jones right there. He might be a little bigger than 6 feet.
So here's the RPO, handoff up the middle. Nice run, tough run for the Tornadoes. You're right. That's a big cover, man. I mean, that's a big guy. They throw it out to him, and he ran towards it. So you throw it up, give him a streak. I mean, it's ridiculous. And this is on camera, Coach. What if we were straight down? Look at the size factor down there.
Yeah, Joshua Jones,
My
big
goodness.
guy. I think he's a little more about 6'2", 6'3".
He is listed. He is all over the DB. Let's see. Yeah, what happens here? Shotgun formation. You've got movement and another flag. First
start
down
on the offense. Replay 2nd down.
So 5 yards against the Tornadoes. Still scoreless here. If you're just joining us, folks, we are truly grateful after the weather delay. And of course, we'd like to thank take a moment to thank our proud apparel partner, Adidas, for the promotional products we have at tonight's show. Of course, showing your school pride. Shotgun formation. Here's the snap. Quarterback looks left, has a man wide open. Passes complete. He's out to the 20, the 15, the 10, the 5. Tries to stumble his way to the end zone. He is out of bounds at the 6-yard line. That's Tyrell Johnson, the freshman, knifing his way near the goal line.
And as we take a look at the replay here, Tyrell Johnson catches the ball, man, and he gets right upfield, and he delivers the boom.
My
Right here.
goodness. Here we go.
Right
Here's a
here.
snap. RPO once
Bang.
again. Met behind the line, coach. You talked about them once again. They're making plays all day.
Now that's Jaden Williams, man. Like I'm a big fan of Jaden Williams already. Within 12 minutes in this first quarter, I'm a big Jaden Williams fan, man. That's what you want your Mike linebacker to do, man. Jaden Williams is definitely flying around. He's making plays and he's making things happen. I'm pretty sure the Homestead defensive coordinator, defensive group are ecstatic about Jaden Williams. Like I say, Coach Audie Knight spoke volumes about Jaden Williams.
Well, I'm all about defense. I played defense in my heyday. Of course, you saw the play by Michael Grant earlier. You can't forget that fourth down, batted that one down. And we come to the end of the first quarter, folks. Still scoreless between the Homestead Broncos and the Booker T. Washington Tornadoes. You're watching the 305 Plus Network. We'll be back after these messages. Caleta alongside Calvin Johnson here on the 305 Plus Network, folks. We're scoreless between the Homestead Broncos and the Booker T. Washington Tornadoes. However, Coach, they're threatening here in the red zone.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's see what Mr. Jaden Williams has in store for us down here. That's number one for the Homestead Broncos. He's been flying over the field, making tackles behind the field. So let's see what Booker T comes out with.
Here we go. The sophomore quarterback Jenkins lines up in the shotgun, takes the snap, looks right, looks left, still in the pocket. He takes off to the left side. He's to the 5. Gets met at the 2-yard line. Almost scores the touchdown. Nice play by the young sophomore quarterback Jenkins. That'll bring up third down and just about maybe 1-2, and we've got an injured player on the field, Coach.
Oh, and once again, look who's on the bottom of the pile. That's Jaden Williams along with his pal, number 5, DeAndre Simpkins. That Jaden Williams is flying over the field.
Williams is unbelievable. He has made play after play after play. Very interested to see where he will be going next year. Or in 2 years, rather. Whenever he makes it to college. He's a junior. He's got 2 more years for sure. Exciting play. But what a play by Jenkins. The ability to avoid the sack, his offensive line gave him time. And then he took off to the left side, nearly snuck in there. But, like you said, that Williams said, not today. So here we go. Johnson, touchdown, Tornadoes.
And just take a look. They caught the Homestead defense kind of slipping. It was a slick, a very quick count there on Booker T's behalf. They caught the Homestead defense slipping there. A wheel route out the backfield by Terrell Johnson. So great execution on the play. Touchdown for the Booker T Tornadoes.
Everybody was backtracking.
Wide open, yeah.
You called it, Coach, because of the quick snap. They were not ready once they snapped the ball. As you see the slow motion from our great director, DeLeon Mitchell, the men went backwards. Your linebackers going backwards as the wheel route. That's a perfect
red ball, encouragement,
absolutely
on the defense.
Execution. Perfect call. And we have another flag here on the play before the kick. So, Coach, it'll go against the defense. Do you go for the 2-point conversion? You only have 1 yard.
Yeah.
Or do you go ahead and kick?
Absolutely, man. You have to take advantage of these opportunities, man. So if you're able to get closer to the goal line, man, you have to take opportunity. Oh no, they're gonna come out and kick. So
they are. At least they line up to do it. We will see what happens here. And now he's got to scoot a little bit closer. It's not the same. They went up half the distance. Here's the snap. The kick is up, and it is good. Nearly blocked, but it is good. And we've got our first touchdown of the game, 7-0 in favor of the Tornadoes, folks. We'll be back in just a moment. You are watching the 305 Plus Network. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. 7-0 your score. Booker T. Washington finally on top of the Homestead Broncos. Exit 1 finds themselves trailing now. So alongside the ESPY award-winning Calvin Johnson, not to be confused with Megatron, I'm Hoptum Kaleta. Coach, your thoughts so far on an excellent first quarter?
Man, excellent first quarter of play. I mean, like, Booker T came out and they established their offense. They established the run, some quick passes, some quick runs. But you got to be aware of the number 1, Jaden Williams, man. Like, he's flying over the field. Interesting to see what Homestead comes out with. They're normally in a 20 and 21 personnel, so that's a running formation. So I don't know how Booker T will respond. Homestead will respond with this passing attack. It's kind of early in the game. I think they should still go with their running game. It's only 7-0, so we'll see.
Absolutely trips right. Here's Villa, has a jet sweep. Great handoff to the 30, out to the 35. He's still on his feet. There's a flag thrown, brought down at the 30-yard line. Nice creativity by the Broncos offense. However, there's a flag on the play. Here it is.
That was Jermaine Pooney Green on the carry. One of the great triple threat running backs. They have 3 running backs. As we take a look here, take a look at Coach Dorian Green for Booker T. Washington.
Brady on the offense. Replay first down.
Ball goes against the Broncos. Not what they wanted to do after that, giving up that touchdown drive, going backwards into their own red zone now. So great start for the Tornadoes defense on this first play. 1st and 20 now for the Broncos. Maybe they have more room to create plays. We'll see what happens here with Villa. But look at the Tornadoes defense ready to strike here. Shotgun formation. Twin receivers lined up on both sides. Here's a man in motion. Here's the snap. Apparently, ball hits the ground.
Ball start on the offense.
Yardage.
Replay first down.
What they wanted to do on that play.
Especially when it was coming off from a kickoff. I think that the offense should be ready to go, and like they should know the cadence, they should know the play call, they should know the scripted plays by sitting on the sideline and coming into the game. So definitely not what Coach Artie Knight envisioned. I'm pretty sure of that.
Well, practice makes perfect for sure, but they're bound to make some mistakes. It's inevitable. Here's the snap. Villa looks left, fires it. He's got him wide open. What a catch! McCall makes a man miss. He's still on his feet. McCall brought down at the 36-yard line. Oh my goodness! Huge first down for the Broncos.
Yeah, that's Jameer Pee Wee McCall. And like I said early in the game, they compare McCall to their Tutu Atwell type of athlete. He's very explosive. He makes big things happen. As you see right there, great pitch and catch from Villa to McCall. Big game, way to answer from a 2nd and 25 perspective. Great drive by the Broncos thus far.
Well, you mentioned Tutu Atwell earlier. My goodness, McCall has got some wheels. He made a man miss. Great effort by the Tornadoes defense to save the touchdown. Here's Villa, makes a man miss, and he's brought down behind the line of scrimmage for the sack. Excellent defense on the front end for Booker T. Washington.
Yeah, and as you see right there, right around the line of scrimmage, you already know who was there. That was number 1, Terrell Snelling. Booker T. Washington, star-studded linebacker, Terrell Snelling, number 1. Great response. Great play by the Broncos to get that yardage back, to get on the Booker T side of the field. So great play by the Broncos. Great pitch and catch from Villa to McCall.
So that'll bring up second down now and 11. Shotgun formation for Villa. 3 receivers lined up to the right side. Twin receivers split to the left. Empty backfield. Timeout taken by the Tornadoes. We'll take care of the folks. Just over 2 minutes remaining in this first half. 7-0 your score. Tornadoes on top. We'll be back in just a moment. You are watching the 305 Plus Network.
Miami-Dade County Public Schools are built on the belief that every student deserves a path to success. Through Holston's resources, we're creating opportunities outside the classroom for our young men and women. It's with that in mind that we look towards the future, and we ask you to please help us in supporting the Miami-Dade County Public Schools through the licensing program and the 305 Plus Network. Together, we're building a brighter future, one student at a time.
Tonight's game is brought to you by Adidas, the official proud athletic partner with Miami-Dade County Public Schools. Thank you for supporting our athletes and our schools. 2nd and 11 here for the Broncos. There's another flag, Coach, and not what Villa wanted.
Ball.
Receivers on
First down.
not get
On the offense.
and they're going to
Still second down.
That's something that you can't have coming out of a timeout. A break, you know the cadence, you know the play is scripted. Like you guys got to get at the line of scrimmage and get ready to play and hike the ball. Like you know the clock is running. Like you just something that you just cannot have after a big play by McCall. Like you're going backwards now. So I'm pretty sure Coach Artie Knight, he'll address that.
Oh, yeah, you know he talked about it for sure. It's like, what did we just discuss in the timeout? And still, somebody's going to get it in the halftime. And look at his fumbled. Nearly lost the ball. Great defense by Booker T. Washington. My goodness. Joshua Jones wasted no time. Look at him. Unbelievable. No, Saya Hayward. My apologies. Not the offensive guru. Haywood. My goodness. Swallowed the defender. I mean, the quarterback. That brings up third.
Also,
16 for the Broncos.
Villa was lucky to be able to keep the ball right then and there because as he looked up,
he had nothing to do
Booker
but just
T
hold on to the ball.
Yeah,
I'm telling you this.
Saya Haywood was right there in his face, so that could have been an easy turnover right there. And I'm pretty sure Coach Artie Knight can't be pleased with what's going on here with his offense as they're going backwards after that big play, big game by Jamel McCall. And let's take a moment to recognize the hard work of our student athletes who are balancing academics, athletic, arts, and community service. Let's hear it for our players. Sportsmanship is having pride in your school, your team, and yourself. Sportsmanship is having respect for the game and those who play it. The GMAC and the 305 Plus Network remind you to take on the responsibility of good sportsmanship, play strong, play hard, and play fair. And also remember, go to your Apple Play Store or Google Play Store to download the 305 Plus Network app today to watch Miami-Dade sports. Check out the player profiles and earn a 25% off code for Adidas gear at your school, store website, and stay connected with the 305 Plus Network.
So here we go, 3rd and 16. Calvin Johnson alongside myself, Haptam Kaleta, bringing you this broadcast. Great defensive effort so far. Booker T. Washington scored the only touchdown. Here's Villa, shotgun formation, play action. He's pressured. He's got a man open in the middle, and he loses his footing. Falls down at the 33-yard line. So big gain over the middle, but that's going to bring up 4th down. Coach, what are you doing?
I mean, they're deep in Booker T's territory, man, and they've got some things going offensively. It seems as if they've found a connection between Villa and McCall. So let's see. It'll be interesting to see what the call here is. But me personally, I'll punt him and kind of pin Booker T deep.
Okay, so no call from McCall. Mm-hmm. Oh, no, you're right. Maybe if they're feeling. Here we go. Looks like the offense is lining up for it. Twin receivers on the left. Villa lined up in the shotgun. Here we go, folks. You see the coverage on the left side, on the outside, both sides, very soft coverage. Watch the middle of the field as well. You've got a high safety. Here we go, man in motion. That's McCall, the speedster. Here's Villa. Throws it to the left side. Man is wide open. Easy pitch and catch. They make it look so easy. What a play by Devarius Dean. He was wide open. That's soft coverage, Coach. Here we go.
As you take a look at the replay here, he goes to Dean, the 6'2 receiver out of Homestead. Like I said, Homestead has great size on the outside, on the defensive backfield, as well as the wide receiver. There's Dean with the great pitch and catch from Villa, and that's good enough for a Broncos first down. Great call by Artie Knight. That's why I'm up here with you, Captain. I said I would punt.
That is no problem at all, Coach. I'm sure they thought about it, but time is running out in this first half. He had faith in his quarterback, and hey, no worries. That's why we're the analysts, the broadcasters, but the coaches make the plays. Or they make the calls. The players make the play. Here's Villa, fires it deep to the end zone. Touchdown, Homestead. Dean comes down with the grab. What a perfect throw. Listed at 6'2", of course. My goodness, Coach.
And as we take a look, Dean, top of the screen, man to man,
Timeout.
gets his man off
What a
the
break.
ball. The Booker T defender didn't get a good hand on it. Great pitch and catch from Villa to Dean for the touchdown. Dean, he used that 6'2" frame to kind of bounce the Booker T defender off.
Absolutely, right?
Great
You got to
pitch and
shield
catch
them.
from Villa to Dean. That's good enough for a Broncos touchdown.
Coach,
Great way to respond from the Broncos offense.
you said this was going to be a great game, Coach. I mean, wow. Look at this one more time. Look at the touch by Villa. You want to talk about dropping it in the breadbasket?
And as
My
you
guy.
notice from the replay, he kind of gave the quarterback a signal like, "Hey, I got him. Just throw it over here, and I'll definitely make the catch." So if you watch the replay carefully, he gave him like a little hand signal, like, "Hey, come my way, I got you." And like I said, Dean listed at 6'2", 160-pound, great pitch and catch from Villa to Dean for a Broncos touchdown.
So 7-6 now. The point after touchdown pending. What a contest thus far, folks. Been a defensive effort back and forth, and now we've got a touchdown by each side. Big extra point coming up here to tie the ball game.
See, Broncos offense stays on the field to go
Yeah,
for
they're going to
two-point
go
conversion.
for it. Why not? They said, let's give it a shot. Villa line up in the shotgun. He's got twin receivers on both sides. Running back lined up in the backfield. There's Villa, comfortable now, barking out the signals. Here we go for the lead. Takes the snap, looks left, fires it deep. Just off the hands, and that's great pressure by the defense. He had no time. He just had to throw it up. Rushed it just enough for the incomplete pass. You got to give credit to the Tornadoes defense.
Yeah,
Coach.
absolutely. Just out of the outstretched hands of McCall there. Great look by the defense. Pretty good pass on the play as well, but McCall unfortunately wasn't able to come down with the pass. So
A great job to get rid of an incomplete pass, and Booker T. Washington leads 7-6 now with less than 6 minutes left to play in this second quarter. So here we go, folks. 7-6 your score here as Melvin gets set. For the kickoff from the 40-yard line. The Tornado returners lined up at the 5-yard line, respectively. You've got Hopkins, the speedster, of course, along with Hayward. Oh, check that. No. You've got Hopkins and Johnson, the speedsters, lined up in the back. And here's the kickoff. Following the touchdown. Takes a bounce and fielded. No, he does not have possession. Hold on. And a referee says it was clearly recovered. What a save by Tyrell Snelling. Once again, saving the day that could have been disaster for the Tornadoes.
absolutely great play by Snelling on special teams for the Booker T special teams. Also a linebacker.
So 1st and 10, Coach. You've got less than 6 minutes left. Obviously, you're looking to methodically drive down, but that defense has been stingy. Look out for Jaden Williams. You've called it all night. He's been making play after play after play. And here's a jet sweep. Great call. Nice run so far by Hopkins. Gains about 4, maybe 5 yards before getting tackled. Great defense by Jeremiah Martial. And here we go, 2nd and 4, 2nd and 5
Just take
for the
replay
Tornadoes.
here. There's a jet sweep to number 4, Booker T. He was able to get out of the outstretched hands of number 23, Leondis Leone. and to get upfield where he was met by Jeremiah Marshall for the tackle.
Here we go. Snap. Fires it to the right side. Pass is complete. Just shy of the first down marker. That brings up third and about 1 as the clock continues to roll. Big play for the Tornadoes.
Yeah, I like the attack, that the plan of attack that Booker T is coming out with. A jet sweep on the first play, a quick strike on the outside to the wide receiver for positive yardage. They're definitely moving the ball, and they're doing it methodically, like you mentioned before. Definitely doing it methodically. They have a lot of time on the clock, and also they have another first down, so a new set of downs.
Wow, so they do give him the first down. Here's a handoff up the middle. Great run to the outside, makes a man miss, brought down at the 41-yard line. Nice, nifty move by Johnson. 2nd and 5.
Yeah, that was number 21, Julian Joseph, that came up and made the tackle to kind of negate an even bigger gain on the play. So great job by Julian Joseph.
So clock continues to run. 7-6 your score here in favor of the Tornadoes. Shotgun formation. Here's the snap. Quarterback rolls to the right. Quick pass. He's got a man wide open at the 50, the 40. Breaks a tackle, gets dropped at the 30. What a play by the Tornadoes offense. And once again, guess who? Big number 8, Joshua Jones with the first down.
Yeah, Joshua Jones, man, the big tight end. I don't know whether to call him a tight end or a wide receiver, but Joshua Jones has been very productive for the Tornadoes offense tonight, man. He's definitely served as a mismatch so far for the Tornadoes offense.
Here's the snap. Quarterback fires to the left side. Incomplete. Nice defense, and there's a flag. Late flag comes in, Coach.
It seemed as if the defender from Homestead and the Booker T wide receiver got tangled up, and he lost his footing on the play, but the referee definitely saw it in a different light. Definitely a flag on the play. That's pass interference.
As the refs decide what the final call is, quick discussion.
Pass interference on the defense. Number 18. He's doing pass interference.
So there you go, pass interference against the Broncos allows the Tornadoes to go all the way down to the inside the red zone now. Still plenty of time to score a touchdown, get some points on the board. Great methodical drive, as we mentioned here. And here we go.
This seems like this is Jaden Williams territory.
That's right. Watch out for the lurker. Shotgun formation. Here's Jenkins. Hands the ball off. Nope, decides to keep it. Gets meat at the 9-yard line. The ball comes out. There's a fumble on the play. Great recovery by the offense. My goodness, folks. Excellent hit. Forcing the fumble, but recovered by the Tornadoes.
The Tornadoes are lucky to be able to recover that fumble, because Broncos is doing some hard hitting out here tonight.
And my goodness, you could feel that one from up here.
Great job by Dwight Hopkins to be able to be around the ball and recover it. As Jenkins comes out, number 14 comes in, the bigger quarterback, and that's Kamani Gray, the freshman quarterback.
So Gray trying to finish the drive. Big hit by Jenkins. We'll see if he's okay. Here's a snap. Gray decides the quarterback keeper on the feet to the 5 to the goal line. Did he score? No signal yet. Wait for it. Touchdown! Broncos!
As you take a look at the replay.
Excuse me, Tornadoes. Check that.
Gray
on the Broncos. What a play by the backup quarterback, Gray. Coach, you called it. He comes in and look at that. Stays on his feet. Was his knee down? It was close. They waited for quite a while to make the call, but nonetheless, Tornadoes answer right back, taking the lead, or extending their lead, rather.
A design run all the way. Gray, the thicker of the two quarterbacks. Like when he comes in the
Absolutely.
game, like it's no secret what he comes to do. He
Yeah.
comes to score. He comes to deliver the pain, and that's what he did. And his paths always go forward. Great job by Gray for the touchdown run.
Nope, and there's movement at the line. Looks like it
Good ball.
hits the defense.
Encroachment
Nonetheless,
on the defense.
Eagles trying to extend their lead even more, and it's encroachment on the defense. Making it half the distance to the goal here for the point after attempt. There's a snap. Kick is up, and it is good. 14-6 your score here in favor of Booker T. Washington. We'll take a quick commercial break, folks. You're watching the 305 Plus Network. We'll be right back. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Alongside Calvin Johnson, I'm Haptam Kaleta. 305 Plus Network. Booker T. Washington 14, the Homestead Broncos 6. We've got less than 3 minutes before halftime. We'll see if the Broncos can respond, Coach. Great job by Booker T. Washington to finalize the drive with the backup quarterback.
Yeah, absolutely. Just the, like you said, methodically going downfield, completing passes, completing some run, and some lucky plays. They was able to recover some fumbles, some much needed fumbles. So
That's right. Both times could have ended the drive, but you know, the Tornadoes were on it. Nice return here for the Broncos. Brought down at about the 32-yard line and comes up hobbling just a bit. That's Hanks. He seems to be okay. 1st and 10 now. 2.5 left to play in this first half. Can the Broncos respond after that Tornadoes touchdown?
yeah, plenty enough time on the clock. This definitely you got to look out for Jamil McCall on this drive. I'm pretty sure they want to get him involved. He's definitely a playmaker for the Broncos offense. So just look for some big catches or some big completion from McCall, and definitely the big receiver on the outside of 19.
So here we go. Shotgun formation. 3 receivers lined up to the left. There's movement before the snap. And that should be a
Good
good
ball.
offense.
False start on the offense. Still first down.
So 1st and 15 now. A little bit antsy. The anxiety got the best of him on that one, Coach.
Yeah, but you can't have that, man. Like I said, coming off from a timeout and a kickoff return, you already got your plays scripted. You know what you're running, so you can't have that. So pretty sure Coach Audie Knight addressed these penalties on the offense at halftime.
Here we go. Shotgun formation. Empty backfield. Villa is hit behind the line of scrimmage by a slew of Tornadoes. That brings up 2nd and long as they continue fighting for the football. Great defense by the Tornadoes front. That's Siah Hayward once again in the middle. Of course, Wesby. No, Hayward, of course. Hayward all over that one, Coach.
Absolutely. That pushes the Broncos back and makes this drive a little more tougher. Great job by Sahai Hayward.
So here we go. So Jameer McGray getting some love. As we have 2nd and 21. Clock continuing to roll here in this first half. Live from Adidas Field at Traz Powell Stadium. 3 receivers lined up to the left side for the Broncos. Shotgun formation. Villa fakes it, tosses it quickly. Now has a man, makes the pass complete. Dropped at the 26-yard line. What a play. Very elusive by the quarterback, but an even better defensive play.
Yeah, absolutely. Great job once again by number 1, Terrell Snelling. Snelling is all over the field, man. That's one of Booker T. Washington's star-studded linebacker, middle linebacker #1, Terrell Sneller. Definitely a playmaker and a tackling machine.
Oh, here we go. 3 receivers lined up to the left side for Villa and the Broncos. Tornadoes show blitz. Here we go. Villa pressured. Slides into the pocket. He's brought down. Excellent defense. Nowhere to go, and wisely keeps it. Can't afford to turn the ball over here deep into your own territory, and that's going to bring up 4th down. Nice defense by the Tornadoes defense, or by the Tornadoes.
Yeah, as you see, he escapes the pocket here on the replays, and he was tackled by number 17. That was Brandon Pace, the freshman linebacker DN. Great job by Pace with the pursuit on the play to bring it to a 4th down.
And they're going to let the time run off the clock. That'll end the first half here, Coach. 14-7 your score in favor of the Tornadoes of Booker T. Washington. Please stay tuned for our halftime entertainment. Of course, we've got some marching band competitions. You don't want to miss this. Once again, the Booker T. Washington Tornadoes 14 and the Homestead Broncos 6. We'll take a quick commercial break, and when we return, once again, the halftime show, the marching band competition. You're watching the 305 Plus Network. We'll be right. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Halftime entertainment here, live from Adidas Field at Traz Powell Stadium, as the Booker T. Washington Tornadoes lead 14-6 over the Homestead Broncos. We've got the Booker T. Washington Marching Band set to take on the field right now for your halftime entertainment, part 1. Ladies and gentlemen, that was the Booker T. Washington Marching Band. Of course, breast cancer awareness, the flag line sporting the pink tops. The month of October. You know, if Booker T. Washington is going to sport the Halloween look, then it's only fitting that the flag line wear the pink in order to raise awareness for breast cancer. We'll take a quick commercial break, folks. You're watching the 305 Plus Network. We'll be back in just a moment. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Alongside Calvin Johnson, I'm Haptam Kaleta bringing you this broadcast. Second half of action underway in just a moment as the Booker T. Washington Tornadoes lead 14-6 over the Homestead Broncos here at Adidas Field at Traz Powell Stadium. Coach, what are your thoughts? Big second half. You called it. It's going to be a close contest. Great defensive effort. We've finally seen some offense. What are your thoughts looking into the second half?
I don't think either team can afford to come out with the mistakes, or either team can afford to get down by 2 touchdowns. I think if Homestead were to get down 2 touchdowns and the Booker T defensive lineman and Terrell Snelling were to just pin their ears back and get to the quarterback, it'll spell a bad thing for the Broncos. But I think the Broncos need to come out with this drive, try to establish a run, go back to your playmaker McCall here and there, and hit the big wide receiver on the outside, number 19. So,
absolutely great breakdown. Remember, the Homestead Broncos were stopped early in the first half on the goal line, which probably would have tied things up. Obviously, if you can say this and that, if and, but that's a big goal line stand for the Tornadoes. Interesting second half here. We'll see who comes out on top. Here's the kickoff.
I think
Miami, Florida. Caught at the 16-yard line. He's got plenty of space. Nice run down to the 40, 45, out to the 50-yard line. The speedster. Lions all the way. Jeff Tavius Lions showed them exactly why he was the man back there, folks. First and 10.
And that's definitely what Homestead needed for the offensive punt, to get some great field position so they could work with half of the field and not so much the whole field to go to 80 yards. But great return by Jeff Tavius Lions, man. Let's see what the Homestead offense can muster up here.
Right. He is marked down at the 48-yard line. So first and 10 for Jacob Villa and company as they trail 14-6 here in this third quarter. We appreciate all our listeners tuning in across the country. And here's Villa, takes a snap, has a man in the flats. It's caught. No, it's incomplete. Excellent defensive coverage. That was number 13. 13. Michael Grant once again, who made the touchdown saving play in that first half.
Yeah, great play by Grant to come up and make sure that the receiver didn't have control of the ball. So to make sure that was an incomplete pass, great tackle on the play by Grant.
Grant not fooled at all. He's making plays all night, doing his best Williams impression. You know, he said, I can play some defense too. Love to see that back and forth battle. That brings up second down and 10 for the Broncos as they trail 14-6 here in this third quarter. Shotgun formation, twin receivers lined up to the right side. Here's Villa, man in motion, hands the ball off, jet sweep, nice job. All the way down to the 44, nope, make that 46, 47-yard line. McCall with the carry. You liked him early in that first half.
As we take a look here, McCall on the jet sweep. He plants his foot in the ground, takes one step upfield to get good yardage on the play. Almost good enough for a Homestead first down, but great yardage on the play. Great second down call, as a matter of fact. Way to respond coming off an incompletion on first down. Great second down call for the Broncos.
Snelling gets the call from the sideline on the defensive end. Villa setting up the offense. Like, nice adjustment here for the Tornadoes. You've got safety help. 3 receivers lined up on the left side. Single coverage here on the backside. Nope, they're playing cover 2, so there you go. 2 high safeties showing pressure. Here's Villa, looks left. Quick throw, overthrown, almost intercepted. Could have been disaster, coach. Interesting call, but brings up fourth down.
Yeah, the pressure was applied. Booker T, they sent the house there, led by number 1, Terrell Snelling. They interrupted the pass play on the play. McCall was unable, Russian Villa was unable to get the ball to McCall. Had he got the ball to McCall, he had some daylight in the head. But great play, great call by the Booker T defensive coordinator on that play to send the house. Terrell Snelling there to apply the pressure to call the incomplete pass.
Yeah, you said it best. Interrupted the play. Villa had a man wide open. He just rushed it because Snelling was on the pursuit, and that caused the errant pass. Now fourth down. Wisely brings out the punt unit, and they line up for the punt. Barring any fake, you see the Tornadoes back up a couple players. And here's the fake. We called it, but he really pulled it off. And he got the first down. Both hands in the air. It depends on the spot. No! Look at the spot, folks. Maybe about a yard shy. Turnover on downs. That's an interesting spot. He must have stepped out of bounds. Of course, they have a better angle than us, but it looked like from here when he went out of bounds, he was good. However, you got to go with the officials. We'll see if we can't get a replay. What a play. It's going to be hard to get that angle, but the referee had the best angle. He must have stepped out, Coach. What a play.
Yeah, awesome play by the Booker T. Hands-up play by the Booker T cornerback on the play. Like, he got there. He was able to make a play. If we were able to get a replay here, we'll definitely be able to show you.
Yeah, and here you go, Coach. Here you go.
As we spoke it. That was the previous play on the play. That was a McCall run.
Right.
To get a replay, we go to our the guys upstairs to get a replay here.
It looked like it was a great area where they were on the field to go for the fake, but then when Booker T adjusted, I figured they'd pull out of it. But they actually tried it, and Just shy by 1 yard. Great effort. Let's see if Booker T. Washington can capitalize. Here's a snap. RPO handoff up the middle. He's got some room. Great run by Johnson. Johnson breaks a tackle, brought down at the 35-yard line. First down, Tornadoes.
As you take a look at the run here on the replay, yeah, Johnson, he heads it up to hits the gap. He bounces it to the outside here. He heads up the field. Great pursuit on the play by number 11, but definitely great pursuit on the play by number 17, Jeremiah Marshall.
Yeah, 11 had to close the angle. Johnson saved the touchdown, but what a run as we have a whistle on the field. My goodness, I mean, you got to give credit. These athletes just one tackle away every time, and the defense just knows how to save it, but you got to give credit to the speedsters. When they get out in that open field, Coach, there's white lines and headlines, as they say. Of
Great
course.
call by the Booker T offensive coordinator.
Yeah,
there.
very creative on the offensive call. I like that.
Not only what it does is it keeps the Via and company and McCall
Off the field.
Off the field, yeah.
Absolutely.
I don't think Homestead can afford for Booker T to go in and get a score here. I think that would kind of handicap their offense because they're basically known as a running team with the 20 and 21 personnel, which is a running attack. So they're not necessarily known for their passing. So a score here would kind of push them kind of behind and to get guys Snelling and Pace and those guys get the penny of their ears back.
Well, Coach, you mentioned it. I mean, the Broncos have played great in the first half, but the defense of the Tornadoes have saved them countless times in big opportunities. And you said it. If somebody goes down 2 scores, although there's plenty of plenty of time left, it's not going to look good because the momentum, the time starts getting faster and faster. And as you see, that Snelling and the defense can't wait to get back out. So big opportunity here for both sides. Let's see who can capitalize. Shotgun formation. Here's the snap. Jenkins fires to the left. He's got a man. Not touchdown, but huge completion. L. Westby for the first down. 8-yard line. What a play, Coach. Back shoulder fade. Can't beat that one.
Great pitch and catch from Jenkins to Westby. Over the shoulder catch. Here you take a look at the replay here. Jenkins, he slings it out there. Westby concentrating on the ball, looks the ball all the way in. Back shoulder play. Great concentration by Westby to come down with the catch and to keep his feet in bounds. First down, Booker T.
What a play, Coach. That'll bring up first, as you mentioned, shotgun formation once again for Jenkins. Gets the play from the sidelines. He's got twin receivers split on both ends. Here's the snap. Jenkins looks right, fires it deep to the end zone, and could not make the right read. He had Hopkins wide open. He thought one thing, Hopkins thought the other. Incomplete pass brings up second down for the Tornadoes.
Yeah, they didn't seem to be on the same page there. Hopkins threw it outside, and Jenkins threw it outside, and Hopkins was looking inside. He definitely was wide open. So, like I said, I don't think that with the inconsistency on offense, because most of Homestead offenses come from like big plays, so they haven't been able to really just put together a drive. So it would be hard for them to get down here. But like Booker T is on the attack. Jenkins is playing with confidence. You can see it brewing his offensive line. They're pushing. So here we go.
Nice handoff up the middle. Great run, Coach. Did he make it to the end zone? He is down at the 1-yard line, the 1-inch yard line. Ground caused the fumble, apparently, from what we see here. That was close, Coach. Great effort by number 5. That's Johnson, knifing his way through to the goal line, bringing up second down. Make that third down, I believe. Third down, big third down here. So Jenkins, 3rd and goal, shotgun formation. There's movement on the line. Was it enough for a flag? It was, and Coach
enforcement.
Automatic first down. We'll see.
Still third down.
That's something that Homestead, they've been marked with penalties thus far. They've been the most penalized team thus far in this game. So
no other way to put it, Coach. That's exactly right. It's just very unfortunate. Here we go. There's another flag. Let's see what the call is this time. Might be against the offense. So
Red ball.
still
False start
inches.
on the offense.
It is
Keep that third down.
So we go the other way now.
I mean, that's kind of like a momentum killer, but I mean, Booker T, they still had a momentum here, man, and Homestead, they needed that to give their defense a little more work.
Hey.
Booker T's offense coordinator, he seems to have it going here. He's talking great things and earning often in the second half.
So a slew of substitutions for the Booker T Washington Tornadoes. Brings up 3rd and 6.
This is Petier. This is this part of the field. Janarius Petier, number 3, the big wide receiver here at the down. Bottom of the screen, Demarius Petier, this is his part of the field where he usually does his work.
Here's Hopkins in motion.
Petier.
Here's your throw to the end zone. Pass is complete. Touchdown. Booker T. Washington. An excellent play by the offense. Jenkins finds his man in the end zone. Justin Marshall, great job to hold on to that one in the end zone. Big play for the Tornado.
You look at the replay here. Jenkins rolls to his right. He spots his man wide open. They ran a double move on the DBs. The safety, he went to the top receiver. They ran an up and an out, and he went with the slot receiver wide open. Justin Marshall, junior wide receiver, with the touchdown grab right there. So it's going to be interesting to see. Homestead has kind of put themselves in a hole with the penalties and unable to connect on offense. So here we go.
21-6. Miscommunication in the backfield for Homestead. Booker T. Washington on top. You're watching the 305 Plus Network. We'll be right back. (21-6) your score here. Booker T. Washington on top of the Homestead Broncos, folks. Alongside Calvin Johnson, the ESPY Award winner. Yes, I said it, folks. ESPY Award winner. I'm Haptam Kaleta, bringing you this broadcast on the 305 Network. High kickoff, bounces at the 23, fielded at the 18. Still on his feet. Good run by Williams. Brought down at about the 28-yard line. That'll bring up 1st and 10 for the Broncos. The GMAC and the 305 Plus Network remind you that interscholastic events are an extension of the classroom, and that lessons are best learned when proper respect is displayed by everyone. Ladies and gentlemen, please let your good sportsmanship show as you watch tonight's game. Of course, after some debacles, it's good to see everybody on their feet cheering on their teams. And, the rain is subdued so far. That's what we were looking for. Maybe a cancellation, but nope. Game on. Let's see how the Broncos respond down 21-6, Coach.
Yeah, and Booker T, they can afford to pin their ears back and get at them. So as you see here.
That's right. Villa with the RPO, hands the ball off up the middle. Gain of about 2 yards. Brings up 2nd and 8.
While we have a break in action, man. Once again, welcome back, man. Glad to have you back, man. The 2 Live crew is back, and along with DeLeon and 305 Plus Network, man, we're back. We're here to stay, and looking forward to bringing you all the South Florida action and Miami-Dade County Public School events. So we're here to stay. The 2 Live crew, Captain Calypso.
2 Live crew, glad to be back in the booth with you. Of course, we've got another big one, Carroll City tomorrow night. The Chiefs back in action.
Against the Miami Beach Chargers. The
That's
Chargers,
right.
They love to only play 22 guys.
And they are 22 tough ones for sure.
They
Here's
are.
a snap. Villa fakes it to the running back, tosses it to the wide receiver. Not much room at all, and there's a flag. Unfortunate. Either horse collar or face mask. And that's going to be against the Broncos after playing great, against the Tornadoes. That's an automatic first down.
And that's unfortunate because number 12, Nakeem Adderley, he had great
Who's it on?
position, man. He was there for the tackle just to force him out of bounds, but he held his ground. He kept his feet with
Personal foul.
play at
First mess.
Coach Dorian.
On defense.
He has to be a little ticked off about that. But
So automatic first down for Homestead.
and he's talking to Adderley, like, no need to go for the, that,
Kid,
exactly
you
what we
had a
just
huge
said.
loss. You
Yeah,
had him way behind the line of scrimmage.
he was there. All he had to do was
Just contain.
lower his
That's it.
shoulder and contain. Yeah,
Yeah,
or
your
even
team,
force
your
him out
team
of
was
bounds.
coming.
Yeah,
They were
yeah.
coming. That's it. It's unfortunate, but he'll learn the hard way. Automatic first down. Maybe he makes a play here, but you see, Coach was not too pleased with that one. 1st and 10. 3 receivers lined up to the left side for the Broncos. Here's Villa. You've got safety help over the top. Villa scans the defense. And
Adderley.
what a throw. He was pressured. My goodness, another flag. Maybe roughing the passer. My goodness.
Personal foul.
Hey,
Roughing the passer. First down.
that was nice.
Yeah, give it
My
up.
goodness. Nakeem Adderley, how did he run around the corner? I mean, he read the snap count perfectly. However, flag goes against
Personal foul. Roughing the passer.
another
First down.
first down.
Yeah, Adderley with a little decoy play on the defense. Adderley, he tried to dink the offense as if he was calling them.
Penalty. 3 receivers lined up to the left side once again via shotgun formation. Has a man in motion. Here's a snap. There's a flag. Clear movement before
The ball.
snap.
Encroachment on the defense.
So against,
Still first down.
of course, Adderley with the flag.
Adderley has had a mean 3P. So, 3 back-to-back flags on Nakeem Adderley.
That's right. He's anxious, and you see Coach talking to him once again. So 1st and 5 now for VI and the Homestead Broncos. Their favorite formation, 3 receivers on the left, 1 on the outside to the right. Here's a snap. Villa looks left, fires across the middle. He's got a man just overthrown. Nice defense by the Tornadoes. 2nd and 5 for the Broncos.
Like I said, I mean, the Homestead offense basically known as a running offense, so they're not usually put in this position where they have to come out and throw the ball like that. So it's going to be interesting to see how they're going to mount a scoring drive here. So let's see what Coach Artie Knight and his offensive coordinator have.
So here we go. As they try to respond after trailing 21-6 following the Booker T touchdown. Here's Villa. 3 receivers lined up to the left side. Takes the snap. Here's the pass. Thrown low and incomplete, bringing us up. That'll be 3rd down and 5 for the Broncos.
If he was able to set his feet on that throw, that was open. That was good enough for a first down. And wide receiver down number 19, he would still be running here.
Yeah, he had plenty of space. You got to make that completion for sure.
Villa, the captain of the team, man, he's been marred by injuries. As you see, he has a slight gimp in his run. He just came back from a 2-week hiatus, being on the injured reserve list. So, but gutsy performance by Villa, man, he's back out there to lead his team. Like I said, he's the captain of the team.
So here we go. 3rd down and 5, trips left for Homestead. Villa takes the snap, looks left. He's pressured and brought down at the 48-yard line. My goodness.
Once again, on the line of scrimmage, any play that's going to be made is hard hitting Terrell Snelling, number one. The talented Booker T middle linebacker. That was Terrell Snelling all the way up the gap.
And Villa had no time to breathe. That brings up 4th down. We'll see if they will keep the offensive unit on the field or bring out the special teams unit. Remember, they ran the fake punt last time around. They've got the offense on the field right now. Nope, McCall gets set, but
Timeout. Booker T. Washington.
timeout on the field. We'll take it with them, folks. 6:06 left to play in this third quarter. Booker T. Washington 21, Homestead 6. You're watching the 305 Plus Network. We'll be right back. Welcome back, ladies.
It's going to be officials timeout. Water break.
Play in this third. So we'll keep it here, ladies and gentlemen. Timeout on the field. Coach, we've got an update from DRV PNK Stadium, Drive Pink, also Chase Stadium if you want, the home of Leo Messi, as the Central Rockets took care of business against Flanagan, 59-6.
Yeah. And the thing about the Rockets, man, they had 3 games in 7 days. They played Saturday, they played a makeup game on Monday, then they played tonight.
You are kidding me. That's a lot of football.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure a lot of guys will be in the hot tub tomorrow, man. Or the cold water tub trying to recover something. But they bounced back with 2 wins after the loss on Saturday to Northwestern, so they're back and running.
My goodness, great work.
10 points in 2 games.
They might know what they're doing. They might, for sure. So here we go. 4th down and 12 for the Broncos. McCall set to take the snap. McCall rolls to the right. He's got to get rid of it. Fires it. He's got a man open. Pass is complete. Just shy of the first down marker. So for the second time in a row, 4th down, the Broncos get stopped. Look at this play by the athletic McCall, Coach.
Yeah, like they said, McCall, they called him their Tutu Atwell back at quarterback. Little nifty guy here, man. And he has an arm, so McCall avoids 2 pass rushes here, completes the pass. Had the wide receiver been able to keep his foot, and I'm pretty sure he got the first down. But great effort by the Broncos, but just short as Booker T comes back out with the big quarterback. So it looks like you know what Booker T plans to do here when 14's in the game.
And you saw Gray score the touchdown earlier. Takes the snap. And, of course, you called it. Quarterback designed run. Makes a man miss. What a move. Nifty move. Brought down at about the 46-yard line. Coach, my goodness. Watch out.
Yeah, I mean, my guy Jaden Williams was up for the task, though. Like, Jaden Williams brought him down. But, yeah, Booker T brings this guy in the game. They seen him.
You knew right away.
Yeah.
As soon as he came in, you knew what time it was.
Back keeper all the way.
And then the nifty move. Look at that footwork. 2nd and short for the Tornadoes. They lead 21-6. Clock continues to roll. Here's Gray, takes a snap. Another designed quarterback run. Still on his feet. Look at him go. My goodness. Great defensive pursuit by the Broncos. They have seen enough.
That was number 15, sadly, Oria, and a host of his Broncos teammate. It took all of them to bring number 14 down. Shamani Gray, big guy, man, just a freshman, too. Just a freshman. And Jenkins comes back on the field on 3rd down and 5, short yardage here.
And he wasn't ready for the snap. Gray jumps on top of it. And no, that's Jenkins back in there. He was not ready. Well, let's take a look and see. Jenkins was back in there, wasn't ready for the snap. And near disaster for the Tornadoes. Great job by Jenkins to jump on that one. He called it 3rd and short. They had the perfect play probably, but wow, unbelievable job. And now you have no choice, Coach, but to punt this thing away.
Great play by Homestead. The previous play on 2nd down, getting the tackle for the loss.
Absolutely.
To kind of force the,
that's what started all this, the 3rd down. That's right.
Great response from the Homestead defense.
Yes.
They needed that to get the offense back in the field and try to mount some type of scoring drive right before the end of the 3rd quarter here.
Yeah, still plenty of time here in this 3rd quarter. Adjustment at the line for the Tornadoes. As they get set, they look like they're lining up to go for it, but just a special way of getting the punt off for sure. And here's the snap. Nice punt, high all the way past midfield. Takes a bounce to the 42. And nailed at the 41-yard line. That'll bring up 1st and 10 for the Broncos.
That's Jamani Gray on special teams as well, the backup quarterback. Down on special teams to down the ball. Let's see if Homestead can mount some type of offense here to try to put together some type of scoring drive right before the end of the 3rd quarter here.
Yeah, it's been an exciting contest so far, of course. We want to remind parents, teachers, and fans to please remember that all GMAC sporting events celebrate teamwork and school pride. Let's pack the stands each and every game, and for some reason, if you can't make it, you tune it into the 305 Plus network. No questions asked.
Absolutely.
So here we go. Big opportunity. Coach Johnson mentioned it. Homestead has a chance to drive down, get some points on the board. Let's see how Villa looks, takes the snap here, fires it left. He's got a man wide open. Coach to the 20, the 15, the 10, the 5. Touchdown Broncos. Devarius Dean finds pay dirt. You just talked about it, Coach, and they responded.
And once again, another big play as we take a look at the replay here. Devarius Dean seems to be a mix-up at the Booker T safety. He stops, and Devarius Dean streaks down the field. Big wide receiver, great target. There you see Dean. He looks back as he waltzes into the end zone. Touchdown Broncos via pitch and catch to Devarius Dean.
What was the safety?
One score.
What was the safety doing there, Coach? I'm sorry. Look, you're supposed to be last man back. There is no reason for you to run forward. Here's the 2-point conversion. Villa, nowhere to go, loses the ball. My goodness, loses the ball and his helmet. My goodness, they said enough of that one. Shout out to the Tornadoes defense. My goodness, they came through in droves.
That's big number 96, Jameer McCray. They're first to disrupt that whole program. Jameer McCray.
So 21-12 your score here in favor of Booker T. Washington. Unbelievable job.
We have a ball game.
Yeah, just like that, huh, Coach?
Just like that. Another
One
big
play.
Big play,
One
man.
play.
Let's take a look at 4 and 5 combination back deep for Booker T. Dwight Hopkins and Tyrell Johnson.
So here we go. Broncos set to kick off from the 40-yard line. They trail 21-12 here with less than 3 minutes remaining in this 3rd quarter. Here's the kickoff, fielded at the 10-yard line. Out to the 20, he's got some room, to the 30. to the 40. He's got room to the 50, to the 40. Could he go all the way? Are you kidding me? Tyrell Johnson all the way to the end zone, 90 yards untouched. Touchdown, Tornadoes.
Wow. That's how you answer back. Oh, we have laundry on the field.
And you have got to be kidding me,
Take a look
Coach.
at
After
Dorian
all that,
James.
he knew it. He knew it, what it was against the Tornadoes. Unbelievable.
That's his freshman defensive end,
We have a touchdown.
Brandon Pace.
We got dead ball, unsportsmanlike conduct
Brandon Pace.
on the defense. Dead ball, unsportsmanlike conduct.
Take a look at
On the kicking team, those are offsetting.
Looks like offsetting penalties, yeah.
Okay, the touchdown stands.
And so thankfully for Johnson, the touchdown counts.
Yeah, Pace caught a break there, man.
My
Cost his
goodness.
team the touchdown, offsetting penalties. So, like I said, every broadcast that we have, man, these kids, they have to be able to control their emotions, man.
So here we go. Extra point. Point after attempt.
We got another dead ball, unsportsmanlike conduct. And that's going to be on the receiving team. That's going to be taken on the kickoff.
Here's the point after attempt. Here's the snap. Kick is up. And the kick is good. 28-12, your score in favor of the Booker T. Washington Tornadoes. We'll take a quick commercial break, folks. You're watching the 305 Plus Network. We'll be right back. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Let's thank our proud sponsors tonight. Of course, our corporate sponsor, Adidas, Baptist Hospital, Dick's Sporting Goods in Midtown, Dick's Sporting Goods in Dadeland, the 305 alumni, and last but not least, our wonderful folks at the 305 Plus Network. Got a great team with Daryl Fatu, of course, De Leon running things up here. And my co-host, Calvin Johnson. What better way? You've got a fantastic sportsman. As you see the squib kick recovered at the 46. What a hit after, but good effort by the Tornadoes. Just keeping things interesting here late in this ball game.
Yeah, but that gives Homestead some great field position. I mean, like, I would try to pin Homestead back deep and let them kind of put together a drive. You know, because this the short field position here gives them a quick strike ability. They do have some quick some playmakers down on half of the field. So I don't know, like I would have cooked the ball deep and made them work, you know, run the clock out. So we'll see.
Yeah, interesting concept there. You know, it was recovered and returned a little bit. So you have a point. You know, there's still some time left still before we get to this fourth quarter. I mean, Coach, can the Broncos drive down? Villa's been doing a great job holding on, but once again, we got to give credit to that Tornadoes defense.
Then again, it might have just been like a missed kick. Here's number 3.
Yeah, nice pitching catch. He's got plenty of room, breaks the tackle, and Lutz is going to go all the way to the end zone for the touchdown. You just called it, Coach. You mentioned it. Unbelievable job, Coach. You said, I mean, we can go back and hear the replay if you want, but you talked about it. You gave them great field position. Villa thought the same thing. What a beautiful strike to the speedster, Jeff Tavius Lyons, for another touchdown. And, folks, just like that, we got a ball game.
We got a ball game. Quick strike ability by the Broncos offense. Booker T seems to have a hold on that second level of their defense. Maybe I think that maybe that they're sending their linebackers maybe on every player maybe a bit too often, but it's that those drags across the middle have been wide open all night for the Broncos offense.
That's right. Here's Villa, rolls left, thinks about it, tosses it at the last second. What an effort! He makes the catch. 2-point conversion is good. Once again, Jeff Tavius Lyons, look at this one, Coach.
You take a look at the replay here. Lions 2 feet in. He's caught the ball beyond
That
the
was
goal.
good for
Yeah.
NFL. 2
Yes,
feet.
it was. Great job by Lions. 2 back-to-back plays from Villa to Lions to put the Broncos right back in this ball game.
That's right. 2:27 left to play in this third quarter. We've got an 8-point ball game for Booker T. Washington.
Broncos just don't seem like they're going to go away tonight, huh? Good job by the Broncos. Trying to go all the way back to exit 1 with a victory. Great job.
That's right. Still plenty of time. Never say die attitude. Of course, had a couple close calls in that first half, but still able to continue fighting through against a tough Tornadoes defense. This fourth quarter is about to be unbelievable, Coach.
And we're still in the third quarter.
Absolutely. And look at the squib kick right back at him. Fielded at the 37. So 1st and 10 now for the Tornadoes. Shotgun formation. Twin receivers lined up on both sides for the Tornadoes. Jenkins lined up in the shotgun. Takes the snap, looks to the middle. Pass is complete. Gets hit about 2 or 3 good times, but holds on to it. Excellent effort by number 2. That's Wesby once again. Fearless.
Great tackle on the play by number 1 once again, Jaden Williams.
Williams with a vicious hit. That's right.
And Snelling. They've been all over the field all night. Great linebacker play by Williams and Snelling.
Absolutely. Here's a snap. Handoff up the middle. First down and more. Nice run by Johnson. That's Trayvon Johnson. Another first down. So just what the Tornadoes needed to do to come out after giving up that touchdown. Great job by Jenkins commanding the offense as the third quarter slowly winds down. Shotgun formation, twin receivers on both sides once again. Here's Jenkins. Man in the backfield, takes the snap, looks right, fires it, passes incomplete. Thrown a little bit high. Peltier had it, but couldn't quite hold on to it.
Yeah, Peltier usually sure-handed. A little bit out of Peltier's range, but it's the first time hearing Peltier's name tonight. Peltier is usually one of Booker T's go-to receivers.
So here we go. Shotgun formation, man in motion. Jenkins takes the snap, RPO, decides to keep it, has plenty of space on the right side. Jenkins, and at the 37-yard line, just short of the first down.
Great play call by the Booker T coordinator on the quarterback keeper there. Got great positive yardage on the play. It'll be 3rd and short for Tornadoes. They keep the clock running here, keep the ball on the ground, keep the Broncos offense on the sideline.
Here we go. 3rd and short, Jenkins getting the call from the sideline. Here's a snap, looks left. Jenkins fires deep down the field. Pass is complete. What an adjustment by Donnell Westby. First down, Tornadoes.
Right here on the replay, Westby, once again, another big.
They're holding on the offense.
See,
Holding on the offense with third down.
So the cheer
flag
for nothing. They ran all the way down anticipating the cheer at the goal line. Instead, the flag brings it
still third down
back. And the poor cheerleaders are left at the 10-yard line. I mean, they took off. They sprint. Now, they do a great job, but once again, another holding call, Coach. That one hurts if you're Booker T. If you're Homestead, you are thrilled because you were leading. And look at here. Coach, not too pleased with that one. How many penalties are you going to call against us? You can just hear it from here, Coach. Here's the play, quick screen to the left side. He's got room, breaks a tackle. What a shoestring tackle. You got to give credit to number 5. Absolutely, DeAndre Simpkins with a shoestring tackle, maybe a touchdown-saving tackle. That brings us to the end of the third quarter. Take a look at this replay, Coach. You saw the shoestring tackle.
Yeah, Simpkins with great effort on the play. Great effort and continues on the play by Simpkins.
That's right. So that'll bring us to the
touchdown saving tackle.
Right. He had great moves. Brings us to the end of the third quarter, folks. Booker T. Washington 28, Homestead Broncos 20. You will be back in just a moment. You're watching the 305 Plus Network. Folks, let's thank our proud sponsors tonight. Of course, our corporate sponsor, Adidas, also Baptist Hospital. We've got Dick's Sporting Goods in Midtown, Dick's Sporting Goods in Dadeland, the 305 alumni, and last but not least, our great folks with the 305 Plus Network. Shotgun formation. Here come the Tornadoes. Getting the call from the sideline. Here's a man in motion. That's Adderley. Followed closely by Simpkins. Trips left now. Here's a snap. Nice run up the middle. Still on his feet. What a vicious run. My goodness, Tyrell Stelling. Great call. First down.
As you take a look at the replay here, direct snap to the linebacker, Tyrell Snelling, with great effort. On special teams as well. Snelling takes the snap. He heads straight up the field. Bulldozer, hard to bring down. Snelling
keeps the
refuses
drive
to
alive.
go down on the first tackle. Keeps the drive alive for Booker T. First down.
So here we go. First and 10 Tornadoes. Jenkins takes the snap. Throws it deep. Has a open and makes the catch right before the end zone. Excellent job. That's Dwight Hopkins with the completion. What a perfect throw by Jenkins.
Let's take a look at the replay here. Hopkins gets off the line without getting touched. Hopkins heads straight upfield, adjusts to the ball. Great play as he lays out for the pitch and catch.
And there's a touchdown. Just like that, Hopkins scores another one for Booker T. Washington as they lead 34-20 here in this fourth quarter.
Dwight Hopkins with a two-step to the back of the end zone.
That's it. Perfect pitch and catch. Just say HUD, roll to the right, cut the field in half, and you make it happen, Coach. That's it. You know, just like a 3-2 slider. High and outside, they're swinging every time.
Absolutely. High and outside.
He's got the baseball in his hand, Coach. Come on. He is the baseball expert. Also, football, he knows what he's talking about. Here's the handoff around the corner. Not fooled at all. That's great read by the Homestead defense as the Tornadoes try to extend the lead with the 2-point conversion. They can't. 34-20 your score. We'll take a quick commercial break. You're watching the 305 Plus Network. We'll be right back.
So back here at Adidas Field at Travis Powell Stadium, Booker T Tornadoes 34 and the Homestead Broncos 20. Calvin Johnson alongside Happer Coletta. As we take a look back deep for the Broncos, number 14, Sean Hank, number 9, Jermaine Green Jr., Jermaine Pooney Green.
And here's the kickoff down to the 15-yard line, fielded and returned all the way down to the 37-yard line. That brings up 1st and 10 for Homestead. Can they respond? Well, you hear how much Booker T. Washington's band has on it. You heard what they just played, so for sure you know what time it is. But still time for the Broncos. You know, they're down 2 scores. You've seen Villa really hold it down this evening. You know, him and Jenkins back and forth. It's been a great battle. However, it's time for the Broncos to show what their offense is made of. This is where the pressure comes on, and you're looking out for that defense, Snelling and company. Absolutely. They're going to be coming, blitzing the quarterback.
There's plenty of time left on the clock, but they have to put together some type of scoring drive on this drive if they plan to make any type of comeback, unless they get one of their great quick strike plays.
Yeah, they're known for it. Here's V, a quick screen to the right side. Pass is complete. He has a man, breaks a tackle out to the 44-yard line. Make that 43-yard line. So 2nd and 5. Nice screen out to Elijah Perkins, listed at 5'11". He went high to catch that one. Nice read. Makes the catch. Breaks a tackle out to the 42, 43 line.
Personal foul on the defense.
That brings up
1st down.
2nd down, and we will say 5. And there's a flag. So automatic 1st down. The flag goes against the defense. Tornadoes give them the automatic 1st down, and coach, just what they ordered. Step by step, you're moving down. The clock's not moving. Exactly what you're looking for.
And they only have half the field to work with, so.
You talked about their quick strike ability. We'll see if they can continue. Shotgun formation. Here's Villa. The blitz is there. Has no room and still made the right read. Unbelievable job if his running back was looking, but great defense by the Tornadoes.
Great job by Cy Haywood to stay with the running back out of the backfield. Great pickup by Cy Haywood. That was asking your defensive ends to do a job by keeping up with the running back out of the backfield. So great job by Cy Haywood.
So here we go. Second down. Trips left. Villa getting the call from the sideline. Here's the snap. Screen to the left side. Same play, just reversed. Pass is complete. Nice gain out to about the 40. Make that the 36-yard line. So once again, Coach Elijah Perkins making the read as you see the exit 1 listed on the back of all the jerseys for Homestead. Here we go. 3rd down for the Broncos. Shotgun formation. Trips right. One receiver lined up to the left side. Here's Villa. Scans the defense. Takes the snap. Soft toss over the middle. Pass is complete. What a hit! After the damage is already done, but my goodness. Jermaine Green Jr. makes the catch, but what happened, Coach?
As we take a look at the replay here, the ball gets dropped off to Jermaine Williams. Jermaine Green Jr., but number 2, Donnell Westby, comes and lays the boom. Westby's playing both sides of the ball.
Yeah,
2
Westby
big receptions and a
exploded.
touchdown. Yeah, now he lays the boom. He lets them know I'm going to be here all night making plays for my defense and my offense.
Absolutely. Here's Villa, trips left, passes incomplete. Miscommunication with his receiver. That brings up 2nd and 10.
As expected, Booker T defense, they can pin their ends back, being up 2 touchdowns and 2 extra points. So being up 14, they get to kind of pin their ears back. Because like I said, Homestead's not necessarily known for a passing attack. They come out in their 20 and 21 series offense. So look for the Booker T to apply pressure for the rest of the game, as long as they're up 2 scores.
Goes 2nd down and 10 for the Broncos. A lot of motion on the offensive side. 3 receivers lined up to the left. Villa shotgun. Got a man in motion. Here's the snap. Villa pressured. He's got a man wide open. Pass is complete. Broncos. Jeff Tate's Lions once again scores a touchdown. Great job by the Broncos. There is a player down near midfield.
Touchdown is good.
Is there a flag?
That's sideline warning
Tavius
on the defense.
And look at him.
Phil as he goes in again for another Homestead score. And just like that, Homestead is right back in the game. Only
So
down
man
1 score.
down, right, man down near midfield.
Timeout.
We'll take a quick commercial break.
On the first-
34-26. Broncos trail, but looking to get the point after attempt. You're watching the 305 Plus Network. We'll be right back. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Alongside Calvin Johnson, I'm Haptam Kaleta. 2-point conversion set up for the Broncos. Here's the snap. Gaynor takes it all the way in, throws it to the end zone. His pass is complete. What a play. Nice trickery by the Homestead Broncos. And who's in the end zone to make the catch? That's right, Jermaine Green Jr. cuts the deficit to just 6.
The quarterback rolls out here. He throws the ball up. Oh, that wasn't Jermaine Green. That was
19? No, 19 made the
that
catch.
was our guy, 19.
That's right. So let's make the correction. Devarius Dean says, give me my credit.
Yep.
We stand
Dean's
corrected
had a
on
big
that
night
one.
tonight. Pretty sure Dean has well over 100 yards receiving tonight. Dean with a couple of big plays, along with Jeff Tavius Lions for the Broncos. As we have a ball game here, Adidas Field Trash Bowl Stadium, 8:39 to go in the 4th quarter happening. What do you say?
It's anybody's game, Coach, really. I mean, if Booker T. Washington can score one more touchdown, put this thing away, but the way this thing's going, it's very unpredictable. Here's the kick received at the 31-yard line. Breaks a couple tackles. That's a great effort by Snelling. 1st and 10 Tornadoes.
Here, Booker T with a short field to work with themselves. So let's see if the Broncos defense can muster up a stop here and get the ball back to their quick swipe, big playability offense on tonight. The Broncos exit 1 up for the task
That's going to be a great finish here. Trips right. Here we go. Broncos set on defense. Tornadoes trying to hold on. There's a snap. Quick fire to the right side. Pass is complete. He's got some room. Westby, first down and more. Nice job, still on his feet. Brought down at about the 36-yard line. First down, Tornadoes.
Westby has definitely been a ball player for the Tornadoes tonight here. If we take a look at the wide receiver screen here by Westby, comes back to the ball, hands out, just like you want your receiver to expect the ball. He tucks it, he heads upfield, he makes one man miss. As here, he's taken down by a host of Broncos. But after he was able to get another Booker T first down and be first and 10 Booker T.
Absolutely. Here's a snap. RPO decides to hand the ball off. Met at the line of scrimmage. Once again, Jaden Williams and company. Big stop.
I'll tell you one thing, man. Both these number ones from Booker T and these Terrell Snelling from Booker T, inside linebacker, and Jaden Williams, number one from the Broncos, they have definitely been laying the bang all night, man. Great players, man. Who not necessarily big linebackers, man, but these guys are fast, and they definitely aren't afraid to put their nose in there, man, and lay the boom, man. So great defensive play by Terrell Snelling and Jaden Williams from Homestead, two inside linebackers.
Here's a snap. Twin receivers on both sides. Quarterback pressured, escapes the pocket, gets brought down after about a gain of 2, maybe 3 yards. Nice elusiveness by Jenkins. So that brings up a big third down play, Coach.
Jenkins, he saw Jaden Williams coming. He said,
I'm
I
gone.
got enough yards.
I'm gone. That's it.
Don't make no sense.
So here we go. Shotgun formation. 3rd and 7. Big play for the Tornadoes. Here's the snap. Jenkins, quarterback keeper, follows his block. And he stopped just short of the first down marker. Jenkins, a little slow to get up. Big play right here. You have to go for it, right, Coach? And sadly, Horatius with a big play. That's a great tackle. Huge 4th down here for Booker T. Washington, folks. And they're going to huddle up and talk about it. Wouldn't it be something if the Broncos could get the stop and then they've got time to drive down and get the at least tying touchdown? Or can Booker T. Washington continue milking this clock? Big 4th down, twin receivers on both sides. Will they even snap it?
I'd look to exploit that one-on-one matchup down below with my big tight end slash wide receiver, number 8, Joshua Jones. Here down below, as he's been very reliable on tonight's game for the Tornadoes.
And they will let the clock go all the way down.
Good ball. False start.
Part of
On the offense. Still 4th down.
So they'll take the 5-yard penalty and false start. So there was movement. The coach was not too pleased about that one. And now they'll send the special teams unit.
That timeout. Water break.
Timeout. And no, they'll keep it.
Officials timeout. Water break.
So 4th down. And now they'll take the water break. We'll be back in just a moment, folks. You were watching the 305 Plus Network. Final 5 minutes and 17 seconds left. Broncos trail by 6. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. 34-28 your score. Booker T. Washington on top of the Homestead Broncos. 4th down. 4th and 8. Booker T. Washington set to punt the ball. Here's the snap. It's a fake. They decide to go for it. Stuffed at the 35-yard line. Interesting play call there. And Homestead gets the momentum. They are excited about that stop. Folks, we have a big final drive here. Potential game-winning drive if Villa can drive down in dramatic fashion. Or will that Booker T. Washington defense come alive one more time?
Great game, Coach. 5 minutes and 5 seconds to go. Let's see who's up for the task. On the tee, they've allowed Homestead to stick around. Broncos all the way from exit 1. To think we wasn't going to have a game tonight.
Right. Can they finish the job? This would have been, we end
up having a heck of a game.
You called it one of the best ones of the year so far, Coach, and it's going to be a great ending here. Villa. Empty backfield, 4 receivers to the right. Here's the snap, quick screen. He goes the other way. What a play, and now he throws it deep all the way. Pass is incomplete. There was contact, but no call. What an interesting play. 2nd down. Wow, Coach.
I didn't see that one coming.
And fortunate for the Booker T. Washington Tornadoes, Coach. From this angle, you saw it. There was a lot of contact.
PI,
absolutely. So
that's why we're up here, and those guys on the field are doing a great job.
100%. 100%. Big opportunity missed for the Broncos. However, still 2nd down. They've got plenty of time. Let's see what Villa can do here under pressure. Less than 5 minutes left to play. They are down 6. A touchdown ties the game. Three receivers lined up to the left side. Here's Villa. Takes the snap. Throws it over the middle. This is complete. Pass is complete, and what a hit by the defensive back, but it doesn't matter. Elijah Perkins brings that one down. 1st down, Broncos.
We have a ball game, folks. We definitely have a ball game. This is going down to the wire. Great pitch and catch from Villa to Elijah Perkins.
Unbelievable job. Drive still alive. Clock continues to tick down. Shotgun formation. Villa takes the snap. Pressured. Pass is incomplete. Nearly intercepted. Great defense by the Tornadoes.
Yeah, I think if the Booker T defender wasn't so intended on landing a hit, he may have had an interception.
So here we go, 2nd and 10. Of course, clock stops on the incomplete pass. Here we go. Can the Broncos finish the comeback? Twin receivers lined up on both sides. Shotgun formation for Villa. Here's a man in motion. Villa fires to the right side, high and outside. Pass is complete. Comes down with the ball at the 20-yard line. Unbelievable job by McGill. Oh, McCall, check that. McCall with the huge completion. 1st down, Broncos.
As you can see, McCall goes in motion here. All he does is run a simple route up the field. Villa just throws up for grab, and McCall with great athleticism on the play. He goes up at the highest point, comes down with the ball, good enough for Broncos first down. And most important, it continues to drive here for the Broncos as they threaten to score.
Here's a snap. Short pass to the right side is complete. Down at the 10-yard line, pushed out of bounds. First down, Homestead. McCall, or check that. Jermaine Green Jr. with the first down and the wherewithal to run out of bounds. Doesn't even have to waste a timeout. Clock stops, and now his offense can reset. Can Villa finish the job? He's doing great thus far, but that Booker T. Washington defense trying to hold on to make a play.
Interesting to see here the play calls because as the field gets smaller, the Booker T defense has been known to bend but not break when they get down in this area right here. So let's see what the Booker T defense storms up as they send the house. And as we said, good play.
Villa pressure. Throws the ball out of bounds, looking for a intentional grounding. And there's a player down. Wait just one moment.
That intentional grounding on the quarterback. That's a loss of down. Second down.
Injury timeout on the field. We'll take it with them, folks. Hey. 34-28 your score. Booker T. Washington leading Homestead. We'll be back in just a moment. You are watching the 305 Plus Net.
We got intentional grounding on the offense. That's a loss of down.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Alongside Calvin Johnson, I'm Haptom Kaleta bringing you this broadcast. What an exciting finish we have here. Thursday night football on the 305 Plus Network. Broncos threatening, driving, trailing by 6. Here's the snap. Quick pass to the left side is incomplete. So McCall decides to take over quarterback duties for that play. Of course, just minutes ago, Villa goes down with that run, and he is back in now. Look at the fearless warrior trying to do what he can to lead his team. Can the Tornadoes defense hold on, Coach?
We will see. Make a stand here.
You're trailing by 6, exactly where you want to be. Shotgun formation, twin receivers on both sides.
Lean on one of your defensive ends, Saya Haywood, along with Terrell Snelling.
Here's Villa over the middle. Pass is incomplete right before the strike of lightning. That's going to bring up a huge fourth down, Coach. A huge fourth down. So, Coach, they've converted on a couple fourth downs already, a handful. No surprise here if they do, but basically the game comes down to this one.
No, it's 4th and 10. They still have the opportunity to get the first down here. So let's see if they can get the first down.
He sends a man in motion. Here we go, Coach. Villa pressured, breaks a tackle, ease, passes incomplete. The Tornadoes defense does it, at least for this time. What a play, what a stop. Villa, he had a chance, but he tried to avoid it. You got to give him credit. If he avoids that, he can get the pass off. However, the Tornadoes D, we couldn't quite see who that was, but they got their arm on his hand. Vicious found out. I get it off. What a play by the Tornadoes defense.
That seemed that was number 9, Saya Haywood. A great call by the Booker T defensive coordinator, man. As they sun the house, they sun the blitz. So great call to disrupt the timing and the play for the Broncos as we have a injured Broncos player down on the field. That's number 52. Probably was down just with
Unbelievable.
some cramps or something, but yeah, he's back up. So great job. Number 52 down. He's back up, walking off the field. But great call by the Booker T defensive coordinator.
So just over 3 minutes remaining in this one. The Tornadoes defense holds on for that play. Still time on the clock. Anything can happen. Got to finish the job. Of course, you know how the Broncos defense is as well. Here's the snap. RPO decides to hand the ball off. There's nowhere to go. Breaks a tackle, still on his feet. Brought down at about the 17-yard line. Nice pursuit defensively.
Come out.
Great job
Oh,
by
sorry.
Gaynor. Stretching the field, making the tackle.
Come
Of
out.
course, they call a timeout right away.
Great play by Lance Gaynor with the pursuit on the play.
Yeah, we'll keep it here. Coach, so far, so good for the Tornadoes. 34-28 Broncos playing fearless. Not backing down. They scored 2 touchdowns as of late and just couldn't quite finish the job. But can their defense give them one more chance?
Yeah. Broncos, they're looking to get the ball back to the offense. Clearly, great play by Lance Gaynor to prohibit a big gain on the play by the Tornadoes.
And, of course, we'd like to remind you tomorrow night, Coach, the Carroll City Chiefs taking on North Miami Beach. 7:30 kickoff here on the 305 Plus Network, of course. Alongside Calvin Johnson, myself, Haptam Kaleta, Elion, Troy in the booth with us. We'll be having a blast tomorrow night. But this one's not over yet, Coach. I'm telling you, anything could happen. A turnover, a fumble, maybe a first down. This thing is far from over.
I'm a bit surprised not to see number 14 on the field with the quarterback keepers. So,
as you said, the bigger of the two. But, you know, Jenkins has been holding his own. Here's the snap. Jenkins fires left. First down. Did he catch it? He did. They say it's a pass completion. What a pitch and catch. What a strike. Unbelievable job. How did he hold on to that one?
great reception by Wally Rosa. They have a flag on the field.
So timeout on the floor, or on the field rather, after that first down. We'll keep it here, Coach. 34-28, clock stopped momentarily, but Booker T. Washington just one more first down away, nearly, from putting this away.
Red ball, unsportsmanlike conduct on the coaching staff for Homestead. Move the ball 15 yards.
Remember to go to your Apple Play Store or your Google Play Store to download the 305 Plus app. That's a dead ball personal foul. Unsportsmanlike conduct on the Broncos sideline.
And that's a tough one, Coach. You talked about the penalties all night. Got to try to remain disciplined. We'll see if that one ends up costing them in the end. 1st and 10 here for the Tornadoes. Here's the RPO. Handoff up the middle. Great defense. No gain. Timeout on the field.
Timeout, Homestead.
For the Broncos. So we'll take a quick commercial break. And no, they decide to keep it here. And nope. We'll be right back, folks. Quick commercial break. You're watching the 305 Plus Network. Final 2 minutes and 15 seconds coming up after these messages. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. 2 minutes, 15 seconds remaining in this one. Fantastic contest here on Thursday night. GMAC football on the 305 Plus Network. As Booker T. Washington trying to hold on to this one, leading by 6. Here's the snap, RPO, hands the ball off. Nice run, he gets the first down and more, breaks a tackle. Great job by the running back Tyrell Johnson. First down, Tornadoes. And that just might about do it, Coach. There's still time, however. Great read by Jenkins. What an RPO. You knew he was going to hand the ball off, and look at the running back do the rest on that replay.
So you see he takes it straight up the field, breaks one tackle, running behind his pads, leverage, first down, 1st and 10. That should all but wrap it up here. I don't think Broncos can stop the clock again. So
yeah, unless barring any turnovers, you probably want to be safe and, kneel the ball, but we'll see what they decide to do. They know what they're doing. Time continues to go down. Here's the RPO. Safe handoff up the middle. Look at the man run. Great job by Johnson. Another first down. And, Coach, you have to remember 2 times when the Broncos were in the red zone, 4th down, they had opportunities to score. Even better defense for the Tornadoes. So just over 1 minute remaining in this one, folks. It's been a back and forth affair. Fantastic contest if you're just joining us on the 305 Plus Network. We are at Adidas Field at Traz Powell Stadium. One of the best games of the season, hands down. Still a minute and some change left. Not over yet. Here's the handoff. Clean exchange. Brought down at about the 17-yard line. So they will continue to run the clock here. And there's one final.
Injury timeout.
So we'll take it with them, folks. When we return, the final minute of action. Broncos trail 34-28. You're watching the 305 Plus Network. We'll be right back. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. 1 minute left to play in this one. What a contest, folks. If you're just joining us, you missed a fantastic one. The Tornadoes 34, Homestead Broncos 28. It's been a back and forth affair. Broncos had a chance to tie things up with a final drive. However, the Booker T. Washington Tornadoes defense, too stingy, stopped Villa on a 4th down play. He was not able to get the throw off, forcing the turnover on downs. And this might be the last. Nope, they've got a little more time left. Clock continues to run. No more timeouts for the Broncos. Here's the RPO, delayed handoff. Stopped just short of the 15, 16-yard line.
Homestead, last and final timeout.
So one more timeout left for the Broncos as they stop the clock. So one last timeout for excuse me. Oh, gotta be for.
Hey, when you hike the ball and kneel down on it, it's only 31 seconds left, and they don't have no more timeouts.
34-28, your score. Booker T. Washington trying to escape this one. It's been an exciting contest. If you're just joining us, folks, make sure to tune in tomorrow evening. Same channel, same time, depending on the lightning strike. 7:30 kickoff as the Carroll City Chiefs look set to take on North Miami Beach Friday night on the 305 Plus Network. So what should be the final play of the contest? We'd like to thank our sponsors once again. Of course, Adidas, Baptist Hospital, Dick's Sporting Goods in Midtown, Dick's Sporting Goods in Dadeland, the 305 alumni, and of course the 305 Network. And there's another timeout. Hold on just a moment. There's still time on the clock. Booker T. Washington does not like the look they see on the field. So what does Coach do? Call a timeout. He wants to make some final adjustments. And it hopefully won't cost them if they fumble. Hopefully they just run the clock out. We'll take a quick commercial break. The final 31 seconds. Tornadoes on top 34-28. You're watching the 305 Plus Network. We'll be right back.
Miami-Dade County Public Schools are about more than just academics. It's a community of 300,000 students who come together to learn, grow, and pursue their passions. But in order to keep programs like athletics, arts, and extracurricular programs alive, we need more than just support. We need dedication. And that's where Homestead comes in, providing resources to our schools to empower young students and help them strengthen their communities.
Dorian James, head coach Dorian James taking care of business. And that'll do it. Victory formation for the Booker T. Washington Tornadoes as the clock continues to run. 7, 6, 5 seconds, and that will do it here from Traz Powell Stadium. Amazing contest. One of the best contests of the season as the Booker T. Washington Tornadoes hold on 34-28 over a gritty Homestead Broncos team. Coach Dorian James set for a post-game interview of the winning Booker T. Washington Tornadoes. Just a fantastic contest, back and forth affair. Ends in favor of Booker T. Washington, but the Homestead Broncos had a chance at the end. They were driving down, couldn't quite punch it in due to that tough defense from the Tornadoes, forcing the turnover on downs as they fall by 6 points, folks.
I'm too short.
Thank you so much for attending tonight's game. Thank you for tuning in the 305 Plus Network. We'll take a quick commercial break, and when we return, an interview with head coach Dorian James by Calvin Johnson. You're watching the 305 Plus Network. We'll be back in just a moment.